Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome inside the Centennial Center one final time, the 24-25 season on yourliveevent.com as the Grafton-Park River Spoilers host the Grand Forks Central Knights on yourliveevent.com. James Martin's here with you once again. Caitlin Benavides on the camera this evening. Again, it is our final hockey broadcast, this side of the red at least, on yourliveevent.com. As the Grafton-Park River Spoilers still in search of their first DDC win of the season, hoping to get it tonight against the historic champions of the state of North Dakota. Best program in North Dakota history there in Grand Forks Central. We will, coming up on the pregame, we'll hear one last time in our pregame comments this year from head coach Joey Demers. And we'll also check in on the news and notes, the standings, the stats, the storylines, and the schedules. It's all coming up on our pregame comments here. Again, follow along all game long on our Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard as Grafton-Park River hosts Grand Forks Central on yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
On our pregame coaches' comments ahead of our 2024-2025 Grafton-Park River Boys Hockey finale on your live event as the Spoilers host Grand Forks Central, joined by the Spoilers head coach and Joey Demers. And coach, final game of the season was just regular season, I should say. Was just mentioning to you before the interview that this is the kind of game where you know you're going to be the 9th seed. There's no way you can improve your stance, so just go out there, try to improve your game, and shift things around, see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go work hard here on the last one, and just go compete. Last home game for our seniors, and last home game for the season. So, still a lot to play for our guys. Just obviously go out and put on a good showing for our home crowd here, and biggest thing is make sure we're competing in our games in a good spot going into Saturday in the playing game.
What do you feel like has been the biggest change, improvement, difference from game one of our whole 10-game home slate to game number 10?
Yeah, I think big difference. We've come a long ways. You know, I know we talked about how kind of young our group has been, and you could just kind of see us mature as the year has gone on here. And so I think for us, just our overall game, we're structurally we're playing much better. We're competing much better, and I think our scores are kind of showing that now. You know, against some of these teams. So. That's been a big positive. We've kind of found 3 balanced lines that we've been running here that have played very well for us. So obviously Kaysen in nets played solid all year, and he just seems to keep gaining more confidence. So that's been good to see. So yeah, biggest thing, just our overall game's gotten better, and I feel like we've gotten more confidence as the year's gone on. So yeah, it's been good, and obviously we're going to get tested here tonight with Central. But at the end of the day, we just want to see our guys go compete.
Obviously, you mentioned that game with Central. Still a game to play, still a game you'd really like to win this one. Your thoughts on which hope will be different from the first time around?
Yeah, obviously their speed and skill got to us the first time around. We couldn't match it, and so I know we'll make some adjustments here, make sure we kind of combat that, their speed and their cycle game that they do. So defensively, we're just going to have to be really strong and make sure we're on our P's and Q's there and in the right spot where we need to be. So not running around and chasing the puck. So just make sure playing sound defensively, and they're going to get their chances. So we just got to try to limit their chances, try to keep them to the perimeter the best we can. And I think it's a good test for our guys. Again, we're still looking for that first EDC win, so I think we got something to play for.
As we have the final game at Centennial Center for the couple of seniors that you do have. We'll talk more about them individually in the postgame, but give me your thoughts in general about what they've contributed to the program.
Yeah, they've meant so much. I mean, just, it's been a challenge. I mean, we've had some, rough couple years here, so for them just to stick with it and, finish out their high school year here is a testament to them. And they're a good group of kids. They work hard, and teammates love them. So, just a lot of respect for these guys and just, the effort that they have put in. So, I'd just like to see them, finish strong here and just enjoy this last few weeks of high school hockey.
Joey Demers, head coach, Grafton-Park River, joining us here one final time on our pregame coaches' comments. We hope to chat with him after the game to kind of wrap up the regular season. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks, James.
Again, thanks to Coach Joey Demers and the Grafton-Park River Spoilers, of course, for having us all season long at their home games at Centennial Center. Again, Coach Demers on his pregame coaches' comments. Take a quick break. Come back with some stats, storylines, and schedules. Coming up, it's the pregame as Grafton-Park River hosts Grand Forks Central. Final regular season hockey game for the Spoilers and our final hockey contest with Grafton-Park River on yourliveevent.com this year.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Contact the Installation Place in Grafton for all your spray foam installation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the Installation Place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the Installation Place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Back here to Centennial Center on yourliveevent.com. James Martins, Caitlin Benavides on the camera here this evening. Going to be with you here as we get set for our final boys high school hockey game, North Dakota side at least, on yourliveevent.com. Take a look at some news and notes, stats and storylines and schedules here real quick. As, again, the Grand Forks Central Knights, they are the number one team in the state. Or number one team of the region, I should say, as they have clinched the number one seed in the East Region Tournament. They got to buy straight into the quarterfinals, of course. Leading scorers this season for the Knights, Cooper DeZiel is your leading scorer there, 34 points for the Knights. He leads the team in goals with 16. Also scoring 25 points or more this season, Mac Blue, 10 goals, 16 assists, 26 points. Ryder Burrs, 25 points. 17 assists, 8 goals. Gavin Walkenfuss, 25 points, 16 assists, 9 goals. And Flynn Lockwood is your leader in assists with 19, 24 points there for Lockwood. 10 players have at least 15 points on the year, with 3 more having at least 9 this season. As, again, the Grand Forks Central, their only 2 losses this year coming against Red River and Devil's Lake. See, there are only 2 losses in the region. Coming against Red River 4-2 and Devil's Lake 2-1. Red River was at home at Purpur Arena, and Devil's Lake was on the road in Burdick Arena. And their other losses this season, all the Minnesota teams: East Grand Forks 3-2, Bemidji 3-2, Warroad 4-1, and I thought they had to 1 to Detroit Lakes as well. But those are the only losses on the season for the Grand Forks Central Knights. And take a look again quickly at their team stats here tonight. They really do their damage as the game goes on. They lead the lead the region, at least in goals scored in the second period, with 39. They scored 106 total goals, allowed 45 for their opponents. And on the power play this season, they are averaging about 30% on the power play and 85% on the penalty kill. They've only allowed 11 power play goals this season. And, of course, for the Grafton-Park River Spoilers, again, James Larson, your leading scorer this season for the Spoilers. Coming in to tonight's contest, he's got 41 points, 20 goals, and 21 assists. Noah Troffgruben, 32 points, 15 goals, 17 assists. Marcus Moe, 24 points, 14 goals, and 10 assists on the season there for the Spoilers. Spoilers coming off a 5-2 loss to Fargo Davies. Their only wins on the year for Grafton-Park River, coming against Mayport area twice and Botno Rugby. And again, lots of games going on tonight as we get ready to close out the regular season. We're scoreless in Devil's Lake as Devil's Lake hosts Fargo North. That's going to be a big game. Bismarck High and Century, the Bismarck Capital City Battle. Dickinson, Hazen, Beulah, Mandan, Jamestown, Williston, Minot, South Shanley, Grand Forks, Red River. That's another big one we'll be watching tonight. And the West Fargo battle, West Fargo High and West Fargo Cheyenne, all set to take on each other tonight. Right now, coming into tonight's contest, Central, again, your number 1 team, that's a lock. Red River, West Fargo, Davies, they're locked at number 4. Then North, Cheyenne, Devil's Lake, South Shanley, Grafton-Park River, and Mayport area. And we will stay on right here for our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. Go ahead and live that sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grow our own. CrystalSugar.com. And the goal this evening for Central, Rylan Burke, the 5'10 junior. Starting there for the Knights, a 5'9 junior defender, number 7, Wyatt Blake. A 5'11 junior defender, number 23, Logan Nielsen. A 5'9 senior forward, number 9, Mac Blue. A 5'11 junior forward, number 10, Gavin Walkenfuss. And the 6'1 junior forward, number 15, Cooper DeZiel. That's the starters for the Grand Forks Central Knights, coached by Grant Paranika, assisted by Matt Moreland, Jake Blutowski, and Tim Gregor. As they introduce the cheerleaders there for the Grafton-Park River Spoilers. Again, the cheerleaders this year, Allie Auman, Kia Kaufman, Haley Ozowski, Tori Anderson, and Abigail Stricker. They're coached by Alondra Martinez. And now starting for the Spoilers, in the goal, it's Kason Twomley, a sophomore. At defense, sophomore number 6, Soren Olson. And junior number 10, David Jelinek. At the wing, it's the junior forward, number 11, James Larson. Another forward, the junior number 24, Drew Suda. And the freshman forward, number 14, Augie Miller. That's the starters there for the Spoilers, coached by Joey Demers, assisted by Todd Presting and Josh Barianic. As, again, that's our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups here on YourLiveEvent.com. The opening faceoff is next.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Contact the installation place in Grafton for all your spray foam installation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the installation place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the installation place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Back here at the Centennial Center on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Caitlin Benavides on the camera this evening. Again, it is our final broadcast of Grafton-Park River High School hockey on YourLiveEvents.com as, again, they host the Central Knights. Other games going on tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Basketball doubleheader in Holly. The girls host Frazee. The boys host Monaga. Senior night in Hillsboro as the girls basketball team hosts Richland. Midway Minto boys basketball in Northern Cass. Warroad girls basketball hosting International Falls. Grafton girls basketball at Thompson. We'll check in on that one periodically tonight. Pine River Bacchus boys basketball hosts LaPorte. And Kitson County Central boys basketball is at Warroad this evening as well. So that's what we got coming up here as, again, the Spoilers, they're going left to right on your screen there to start the contest. The Knights going right to left. Knights in the maroon jerseys, white numbers outlined in silver, the iconic Grand Forks Central Knight logo on the front of the jersey. Spoilers in the classic U of M classic colors, gold and maroon, as they win the faceoff there to start the contest. They get it down into the central zone here to be taken back by the Knights. Up the ice there on the far side, jabbed at it there by Jelinek. And Jelinek tried to fling it out and does to center ice here. Again, follow along all game long on the Chad's Excavating scoreboard. They're your field drain tile experts, 701-430-0182. As the Knights had it for a moment, James Larson picks it back up for the Spoilers. An 11-2 defeat at Purpur Arena earlier this season. Second of two meetings in the final regular season meeting for both of these teams. Final regular season game as Augie Miller dropped it off for James Larson. Larson had it for a moment, lost it. Tried to chuck it around the boards, and it's taken back there by the Knights. They look a little sluggish to start the game as Blake brings it in. Wyatt Blake sends it around the boards there towards Ryder Burris, the 6'2 senior. Out to the point, shot sent to the left by Lockwood, the 6'1 senior defender, the team leader in assists this season. Icing waved off here, first minute of the game. It was Grand Forks Central, and Grafton-Park River looked for the first shot on goal. Turnover by the Knights in their own end. They're in the corner. The captain, one of the captains at least, Lockwood, takes it. Sent down the ice on the near side, far side, excuse me, out towards the point. That shot deflected. Kason Panzer, another Panzer brother, 5'11 junior, sent it in, but stuck aside there. Or deflected, I believe, by the Spoilers. Knights back with it, trying to set it up at the point. Little heavy touch, poked aside there by Torrin Beneda, the sophomore forward. Knights bring it back up here. Again, they got a lot of bodies in the squad. I believe the largest roster in the entire state of North Dakota, as that's bounced on the save by Kason Twomley. The shot by the Knights. as the Spoilers get it out to center ice. First couple minutes in, just one shot on goal. The Knights JV put up 75 shots on goal in a 16-0 win in the JV contest. Far side there, screen, shots deflected, saved by Twombly. Rebound chance there for the Knights. They'll set it back up at the point on the far hand side. Top right circle, just above the slot. That goes in. Wyatt Blake. We'll have our first goal of the contest there. This one coming at the 2:30 mark of the first period. An even strength goal for Grand Forks Central. It's Blake on the score. See, I believe they'll get at least an assist there. I believe Ryland Spicer will at least pick up an assist on that one. It's 1-0 Grand Forks Central on the Chads Excavating scoreboard. Face-off 1 to the Knights. Is curled away there by Blake, the goal scorer, one of the assistant captains this season. In the corner for Central in their own end. So Spicer will indeed get an assist along with Nielsen. So Blake from Nielsen and Spicer, an even strength goal at the 2:30 mark of the opening period. 1-0 Central. Out of the corner. Our side taken there now by Spicer. Spicer dropped it off to the line for Lockwood. Looking there to get it near side with Panzer. And back in the corner, joust for the puck. It's one out eventually there by the Spoilers and Jelinek. Jelinek in the corner. Ooh, whips it into the ref's ankle. That's going to hurt today and tomorrow and maybe even the next day. Miller takes it out, deflects it down the boards there from center ice as the Spoilers go on and about face change. Right at the slot, fanning on that one that time. Henning Gibbs, the 5'11 sophomore. Near side. Trying to get it to the circle, and Trofgruben's able to find it for a moment. Swiped away there for a moment by Beneda, and the Knights have it back. They'll send it back to their defenders. Back to the captain there in Lockwood. Sends it there to the far boards. In the corner for the Spoilers goes Carson Thomas, the junior defender. Tries to hook up with Noah Trofgruben. Trofgruben has it at the circle. Trofgruben smudged into the corner there that time. Nice hit there by Trey Clausen. The junior there for the Knights. No freshmen on this Knights squad. All sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and there's a lot of them. I think there are there's about 40 on the Knights roster. Just 2 shots on goal. 12:23 remaining here in the opening period. Make it 3 shots on goal off the Twombly's left pad. And the 1 goal so far for the Knights. Trying to chase down after it there is Trace Anderson. Trace on the chase there, the junior from Grafton-Park. River sends it to the corner. Where those guys they're just having a little fun there. Little hugs and shoves there. Knights bring it back here quickly. Poked away. Nice defense there by Soren Olsen for the Spoilers. Out to the corner, shuffling after the puck. Collected there on the far side, sent to the point, shot, sent into the glove of Kason Twombly. Off the shot there from Boone Canta. 5'10 senior sends it into the glove of Kason Twombly. 11:42 remaining here in the opening period, a 1-0 lead for the Central Knights on the Chads Excavating scoreboard. Drew Suda will take the face-off there for the Spoilers, and he wins it. For the Spoilers, they get it to Miller. Turned over by Suda. Always dangerous to turn it over in your own end, but especially when you're facing the Grand Forks Central Knights. Suda covers the puck here. And they get it out to center ice. Canta's on it. And sent back to the Spoilers as the Knights go and make a change. Soren Olsen up the boards towards Jelinek. Feeds it on towards Suda. Larson is there to clean it up, and he chips it into the central end. Just over 11 minutes remaining here in the opening period. Far side there for Ryder Burris. Sent back in to to Lockwood and the Knights defense. Near side, here comes Ryder Rivard. 6-foot sophomore shot set on. It's saved by Twombly. As that's chipped on by Larson. James Larson on a 1-on-4. Larson sends the shot wide right. As the Knights pick it back up, they turn it over at center ice. Marcus Moe sends it towards Trofgruben. So Moe, Trofgruben, and Larson, that original starting line for the Spoilers. Larson shot wide right. Rebound chance. It's covered up there by Burke. 5'10 junior goalie. His first call to action here tonight. A couple of saves. And we're going to face off there. Right circle face off. Trofgruben to take there for the Spoilers. It'll be Mason Bensley, the 6-foot junior, to take it there for the Knights. I believe Bensley actually won the face-up, and it went to the Spoilers. Shot sent on net, and here we got a one on goalie, and we're going to get a delayed penalty as the Knights are going to go on the power play here. Shot is blocked by Moe. That should have killed the delayed penalty as that's stuck on there, and now it's touched by Trofgruben. So I'm going to get a holding or tripping. Take your pick there, and that's going to go against Ryder Vodova. Vodova going to get sent to the box. This one will officially come down at 6:57 in the opening period. 2-minute minor there. Assessed to Vodova. And Knights go on the power play. Little false start again. And the face-off, one there. We'll call it one by the Knights. Holding is the call on Vodova. Again, about a 30% power play percentage this season for the Knights. So 1 out of every 3 power plays they have, they score a goal. Bennett to try to chip it out, sent to the corner. Olsen trying to get after it there for the Spoilers. Jelinek tried to clear. He could not. Kept in there by the Knights, just on the blue line. Dropped off near side. Little catch there that time. It's Mac Blue. Sending it down near side, trying to set it up. A little too heavy on the pass there that time by Cooper DeZiel. And picked off the pass there that time and sniped off the boards there by Anderson for the clearance. 68 seconds to go here on the power play. 9:09 remaining here in the opening period. Still just a 1-0 score. Grand Forks Central with the lead over Grafton-Park River. Near side there for Lockwood. Try to send it on. Chipping at it there is Moe, and he sends it down the ice. Playable there for Burke. Sends it on up to his teammates. Charging up the near side is Nielsen. Shot sent. Rebound up into the air. Nobody there for the Knights, off the chance by Rivard, and that's cleared again by the Spoilers. 30 seconds left in the power play. 8.5 to go in the opening period. Halfway through the opening 17 minutes of play. Dropped off. Right circle. Poked away for a moment. And the Spoilers playing some good defense there on the power play opportunity. As the Knights try to set it up. Now behind the net. Trying to center it up. Good way to clog the slot for a moment. And Twombly is there for a huge save. 7 seconds left in the power play. Time for one more chance there for the Knights as they lead the shots on goal here unofficially 8-3 in favor of Grand Forks Central. Trofgruben on the face-off as both him and Haugen fight there in the circle. He's Haugen sent off, and Trofgruben wins the face-off there for the Spoilers as that kills the power play opportunity for Central. Full strength here now. Zoggy Miller will step onto the ice for Vodova, who exits the box. Olsen back onto there for the Spoilers. Carson Thomas jabs at it as the Knights get it back. Back pass, right circle. That shot's deflected just to the right of Twombly. Olsen trying to finesse it up the boards there to Suda. Suda drops it off behind him towards Thomas. Turned over in the slot. Shot sent wide left. Rebound chance there for Haugen. Shot sent, saved by Twombly. Twombly's held his own here to only allow one goal in this opening period. Thomas dropped off. Oh, turnover. And that's some nifty footwork there for Grand Forks Central and Cooper DeZiel. This one will come down at the 9:50 mark of the first period. The team leader in points and in goals, Cooper DeZiel, with an even strength goal. I doubt there will be an assist on that one. 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central. Quickly on the attack for the Knights. Far corner as the Spoilers try to hang with the Knights here. Jelinek trying to get it out. Knights really going on the attack here now. 9 shots, 2 goals. Jelinek lofts it up into the air as it's sent on there by Jonas Kuhn, the senior from Cavalier. One of just a couple of seniors on this Grafton-Park River squad. Thomas Thompson, Rhett Lindell, and Nate Autolet and Jameson Aravic, your 5 seniors this season for Grafton-Park River. Up ahead, here's Camden Risky. Risky brings it up there for the Spoilers. Back to the near side. Lockwood sends it up quickly. Poked away for a moment by Beneda. Nice drop off there in the circle towards Henning Gibbs. Out of the point. And that's kicked on there by Thomas. He lost it in the slot. Shot set in for the goal. Mason Bensley this time. And the Knights now lead at 3-0. This one coming to the 11:04 mark of the opening period. Another even strength goal for the Knights. It was Mason Bensley with the goal. 3-0 Central Knights. It was Bensley and the Knights win the face-off once again. And another unassisted goal there for the Knights. Far side boards. Chipped on, poked away by Olsen. Sent back to the near side as Miller tries to go after it. He can't quite get on it. Set up there, near circle. Kept on. Shot sent towards the net. It's covered up by somebody there. As the shot was sent on that time by Jacob Spicer. Unofficially, shots on goal here for the Knights, 13-3. 10 saves here for Kason Twomley out of 13 shots faced. As the face-off there is one out to the Knights. Sent into the slot, and another goal there for Grand Forks Central. Donovan Balick this time. Puts it in at the 11:46 mark of the first period. 4 different goal scorers, 3 starting with the letter B for the Knights. So with 5:14 remaining here in the opening period, the Knights asserting their dominance here early. As Balick wins the faceoff once again. And another unassisted goal. That's 3 straight unassisted goals for the Knights. Far boards. Trying to set it up, turns it over. Shot sent into the mesh. Out of play there. 4:50 left here in the opening period. A 4-0 lead for the Grand Forks Central Knights. They are going to be your number 1 seed in the East Region Tournament coming up next week, I believe. As Grafton-Park River, they know they're going to be the 9 seed. They'll either go to Devil's Lake or to South Shanley. They could know that by the end of the night. If Devil's Lake wins, they will go to South Shanley. If North wins in that North Devil's Lake game, then that will be determined on Thursday when South Shanley and North play in one of the final games of the year. I believe it is the final game of the year. Torn Beneda sends it on. Stuck aside there by Burke. Near side here for Brady Kirkaby. Kirkaby gains the zone there for the Knights. Out to the point for Lockwood. Lockwood sends it on to where a shot sent in as the Spoilers try to get it out of there. Can't right away, and they do now with Troftgruben. Troftgruben up to Beneda. Beneda chips it off the boards as him and Moe and Troftgruben will go for a change. 4 minutes left in the opening period, a 4-0 lead for Central. The Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. Chasing down after the puck is DeZiel. In the near corner. Trying to center it on defense for the Spoilers, and they nearly turn it over. Suda's going to get after the puck here. Nice pursuing there for Suda. Sends it to the far corner, where nobody's there except the Knights. And left circle, off to right circle. Fast movement, but no goals there. Out to the point there for Panzer. Now far side, trying to center it on for DeZiel on the pass by Nielsen. On the near boards. Suda jabs at it. Miller gets to it. With just over 3 minutes remaining here in the opening period, the Knights get it back. Left circle there for Walkenfuss. Walkenfuss drops it off to Blue. Mac Blue. Out to the point there for Wyatt Blake, our first goal scorer of the night. Taken away by Larson. Larson on a 1-on-3. Does not have the numbers. Just chips it up the boards and goes for a change. 2:45 remaining here in the opening period. So the Knights looking for more. Twomley stuck that aside there to Vodova. Vodova up to Risky. Risky somehow gets that to center ice. I think it actually went through him and just found its way to center. Out of the far corner. Taken away there by the Knights. Shot deflected out of play with 2-2-2 in the first period here on the Chance Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. A 4-0 lead for the Knights. Scored their first goal at the 2:30 mark of the opening period, and they have not looked back since. Well, the Spoilers did kill off a penalty against them. Killed off a power play opportunity there for the Knights. A couple of shots on goal, but no goals. All four of the goals have been even strength. Knights get on top of it in the end after the Spoilers initially win the face-off. Above the slot, sent off the glove of Twomley. Twomley had another save, wrap around, off the post. As the Knights look to get back on it. Shot sent off the post again. This time off the chance there by Hunter Hildy. Hildy fans on it. And it's taken away for a moment, and we got a penalty on the Knights. And Fork Central's first penalty of the contest. As going to the box there, it'll be Hunter Hildy. This one coming at the 15-11 mark of the first period. A one-man advantage there for the Spoilers. Again, the penalties were the Achilles heel, one of the Achilles heels for Grand Forks Central in their loss to Devil's Lake. They had 4 in the third and final period of the game in that 2-1 loss. Interference is the official call there against Hildy. As the Knights on a shorthanded effort. Shot saved there by Twomley. Troftgruben gets it back and turned over for a moment. Finds its way to Jelinek. Jelinek, Suda, Moe, Troftgruben, and Larson. Power play unit on the ice there for the Spoilers with $1:20 left here in this first period. They'll get another 11 seconds in to start the second period should there be no Spoiler goal. Twomley, a little bit of a careless pass there. Suda takes the puck for the Spoilers. Drew Suda gains the Knight zone. Suda, right circle, trying to center up to Moe. It's by Troftgruben, save there by the Knights. Get a little 1-on-2 here. Shot sent, save by Twomley. Halfway through this power play opportunity, under 50 seconds left here in the opening period. Suda looking for Jelinek, Larson looking for Jelinek, and has him. And for Troftgruben up the ice, sends it to the corner. And Troftgruben trying to connect there with Moe. Moe dropped off there. Near side, circle. Above the slot, Larson playing a little catch with Jelinek. That shot deflected back to Jelinek. Larson above the slot, shot swallowed up by Ryland Burke. 26 left on the power play, 15 seconds left here in the period. As Spoilers putting 6 shots on goal, all saved by Burke. Right circle face-off there to be taken by Trace Anderson. Anderson wins the face-off there. Spoilers kept for a moment. The Knights have a chance here with 6 seconds left and 5. Little fan on the pass for 3, 2, and 1. And that should do it for our first period. Now the end of the first on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Expert scoreboard. Grand Forks Central leads Grafton-Park River 4-0.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Your home for North Dakota postseason wrestling is YourLiveEvent.com. Tune in to our coverage of the East Region Individual Girls Wrestling Tournament and the Class B East Region Individual Boys Wrestling Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com. Our coverage begins on Friday, February 14th from Castleton for the Girls East Region Individual Tournament, followed by the Class B East Region Boys Individual Wrestling Tournament in Grafton on Saturday, February 15th on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, I'm Diana, and I work at Marvin. Working in manufacturing, not a lot of sitting, so it just makes your day go by faster. Belonging to Marvin makes me feel stable. 25 years. My kids were little when I started here in Grafton. Now I have a daughter that works here. She was one of the ones that pushed me to become the lead, pushed me to be the person that I am now. And I just see myself retiring here. If you're looking for an awesome place to work, come join me at Marvin.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton for all your spray foam installation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the Insulation Place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
Intermission report here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martins, Caitlin Benavides on the camera this evening as it's the Grand Forks Central Knights leading the Grafton-Park River Spoilers 4-0 at the end of the first period on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. As we take a look here at the first period stats and analysis, Grand Forks Central, they grabbed the lead pretty early, but they looked a little sluggish in the first couple of minutes. But they had 30 seconds after the first 2 minutes was pretty good. 2:30 mark of the first period. Grand Forks Central scored their first goal. Wyatt Blake with a goal assisted by Logan Nielsen and by Ryland Spicer made it 1-0 Knights. Spoilers held their own on defense. They did not allow the second goal for another 7 minutes and 20 seconds till the 9:50 mark. When Cooper DeZiel picked up a turnover and buried the puck into the back of the net. The first of 3 consecutive unassisted goals for the Knights. 11:04 mark, that was put in there by Mason Bensley. And at the 11:46 mark of the first period, Donovan Balick puts it in the back of the net to make it 4-0 Grand Forks Central. Both teams had a penalty that has so far been killed. Fully killed Grafton-Park Rivers penalty, 2 minutes for holding by Ryder Vodova, the 6:57 mark of the first period. And a 2-minute minor at the 15:11 mark of the first period by Hunter Hildy, 2 minutes for interference. That's been killed off except for the final 11 seconds. So we'll start the second period with an 11-second power play for the Spoilers. Shots on goal, according to the booth, they've got 4 saves for Grand Forks Central. 4 saves there for Ryland Burke at a 4-shot space. And 17 saves they have for Grafton-Park Rivers, Cason Twomley out of 21 shots face. So, of course, 100% there for Burke and for Cason Twomley at the end of the first period, looking at an 81% save percentage. Face-offs, I have Grafton-Park River winning that category 6-5 over the Knights. But find themselves in a hole here, down 4-0 on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. We'll come back here just a little bit. We'll take a check around the state of North Dakota, hockey-wise, and our Your Live Event Network score updates coming up next.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest Coaches Show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
End of the first period on YourLiveEvent.com on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. It is Grand Forks Central leading Grafton-Park River 4-0. As we take a look here around the state of North Dakota hockey-wise and around our Your Live Event Network score updates. Big one in Devil's Lake remains scoreless between the host Firebirds and the Spartans. Spartans out shooting the Firebirds right now 24-14. Each team has surrendered 2 penalties, so 2 power play opportunities, but still no goals as of yet as we go into the third period. So right now, actually Devil's Lake is on the power play. Connor Robinson was just charged in a minute 9 for tripping. So that could lead to a goal. Again, if Devils Lake wins, they lock up the 7 seed. If Devils Lake falls short, they will play South Shanley for the 7-8 seed. Again, still in the play-in rounds there for Devils Lake. They can get out of the play-in rounds if they win this game and get some help, or if they win out. They can get out of the play-in rounds and get to that all-important 6th seed, send Cheyenne down to the 7th seed. Other scores, Bismarck Century and Bismarck High, no report yet on that one. Dickinson, Hayes, and Beulah, also no report yet on that one. Mandan, Jamestown about to get going. Williston, Minot about to get going. And again, the big game on Thursday, South Shanley Devils Lake, they play Thursday. One other game that's about to get going tonight, West Fargo and West Fargo Cheyenne. Also, South Shanley and Red River going to get going tonight as well. Again, one game left on the east side. That is South Shanley and Devils Lake after tonight. That is one game left. That's on Thursday. So that's the big scores we're watching here tonight. On our Your Live Event Network, checking in on some score updates. Holly Frazee, girls basketball. The final score of that one was Holly 86, Frazee 51. Girls basketball action. Of course, Holly girls volleyball, defending state champions in their class in Minnesota. Hillsborough Central Valley Richland on the Burroughs senior night tonight. The score of that one, good game brewing there at the half. It's Hillsborough Central Valley 23, Richland 20 in that contest. Midway Minto, Northern Cass boys basketball. It is Northern Cass leading Midway Minto 28-23 as they're about to start the second half. International Falls Warroad girls basketball. It is, we'll check that score here in just a little bit. Let's check in on Grafton-Thompson girls basketball. That's a big one there. Grafton-Thompson girls basketball, it just started. Spoilers with a 2-1 lead. There you go. It is a final of that one, of the Warroad contest. Okay, didn't quite see that. What the final was in that one. Let's go to, let's see here. That's a good run of the scoreboard, I think. All right, we'll check the run of the scoreboard here once again. Oh, our camera went out for a second. Let's, here we go. Apologies on that, just noticed that here. Looking at the scores, didn't see that. Interesting. So you do see everybody back on the ice here. Again, Grand Forks Central with a 4-0 lead over Grafton-Park River. We start the second period next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
Second period about to begin on YourLiveEvent.com on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. It is 4-0 Grand Forks Central with the lead over Grafton-Park River. James Martins, Caitlin Benavides on the camera here this evening. And don't forget, we continue our winter sports postseason this weekend. Get it started in an early weekend on Friday with the girls wrestling individual tournament from Castleton. Boys wrestling individual East Region tournament from Grafton as well, from right here in Grafton. We'll have that one for you on Saturday. And then, of course, full video audio coverage of the Division A Region 2 girls and boys basketball tournaments. Audio-only coverage of the Division 1, or Division A Region 1. boys and girls basketball tournaments. And the District 1 tournament as well gets going this weekend. Second period about to be underway here on yourliveevent.com. Making sure everybody is all set to go. 11 seconds left on this power play as the faceoff is won by, oh, give it to the Spoilers there. Larson tried to drop it off, and it's taken away by the Knights. Nice shove there by Jelinek to prevent Mac Blue from getting a good presence there. And so the power play is killed by both teams, the initial power play opportunities. So the Knights try to center it on. I don't know that DeZiel even got that one. He was right there on the near side. As he'll skate to the front of the line, although he might have gotten in the net before he got his stick there. Either way, it's 5-0 Grand Forks Central right after killing a power play. This one coming at the 26-second mark of the second period. So again, 5-0 Grand Forks Central. They won 11-2 in the meeting at Purple Arena. They will give it to DeZiel. Walkenfuss on the assist. So DeZiel from Walkenfuss at the 26-second mark of the second period, a 5-0 lead for Grand Forks Central. As again, the Knights will be, once again, your number one seed in the East Region Tournament. They have a bye straight into the quarterfinals. And they will take on the winner of the 8-9 matchup. So they could see Grafton-Park River again in a week or so. If Grafton-Park River wins that 8-9 matchup, which right now, if the season ended today, they would play South Shanley in that 8-9 matchup to get into the quarterfinals. Shot left circle, and I think Twomley just fell on the puck there like he was taking a nap. He's certainly not taking a nap, but it just kind of looked. It's been a long season for Kaysen. You know, he's done really well coming off a career high, I believe 63 saves, something crazy like that, about 60 saves against Fargo Davies. It's you have a lot of good action when you're a sophomore and you're facing these quality teams. So you grow up pretty fast. As the faceoff is won by Central. Shots on goal unofficially 17-6 right now in favor of the Knights. As that's sent on there. Shots on goal is a lot more than that. It's probably like 22, 23-6. Some of that nature there in favor of Grand Forks Central. They get the puck there on the near side at the point. Trying to zip it on around. Looking to set it up here. Dropped off. Taken back there by Carson Thomas. Chips it up to Trace Anderson. Anderson's got a one on goalie. But he couldn't get there in time, as icing is the call. 15:09 remaining here in the second period. A 5-0 lead for the Central Knights. As the faceoff will come left circle. Augie Miller to take there for the Spoilers. He wins it, but sends it to the Knights. As that shot out of play there. And so we get a left circle face-off coming up here. Miller to take. He'll draw against Trey Clausen. Miller won the draw again, but again sent it to the Knights. Doinks off of Twomley's helmet. Right post trying to get after it. That was clogged up. Right circle, shot sent wide. Back out to the far boards there for Wyatt Blake. Near side there for Jelinek. Gives it up there at the point. That shot deflected out. Off the mark there. It was Ryland Spicer goes back to get it. Turnover. That's chipped up into the mesh and out of play. 14:31 to go here in the second period. So we get another face-off in the Grafton-Park River end. They'll go right circle this time, and Jelinek will allow likely Troffgruben to take the face off. And he will step into the circle. Duel with Clausen. And Troffgruben does win the face-off. 4-1 on the face-off so far in the second period for Grafton-Park River. But the goal scoring remains 5-0 Central. Left side, that's chipped on into the mesh and out of play. And so we'll do it again. As the Knights will go on a change here. It'll be Troffgruben to take once again for the Spoilers. This time it'll be Mason Bensley to take it here for the Knights. Face-off won there by the Knights. Shot sent on. Knights with it back. Shot set behind the crease. As Larson gets on it there for the Spoilers. Here's Soren Olsen. Olsen fan on the pass. Trudged into the boards that time as the Knights take it back. Great hit there on Carson Thomas as Bensley goes to the ice. Knights back with it there with Lockwood. Dropped on there to Gibbs. Gibbs trying to slide it in there, and it's saved there by Twomley. 13:39 to go here in the second period. 5-0 Central with a lead over Grafton-Park River. Our regular season finale of this 24-25 inaugural hockey schedule on yourliveevent.com. A lot of fun. Come up here to Centennial Center and get to know the community and the kids and the team and the coaches a little bit better. And I've tried about everything on the concession stand as well. So nothing's gone untouched here at Centennial Center. Knights with it on the far side. Poking out there is Walkenfuss. Gets out to center ice. Spoilers have had virtually no ozone time. As Rylan Burke just kind of standing back there, waiting for some action. That's sent on towards Twomley. Spoilers get to it there with Thomas. Carson Thomas kicks it on. Thomas looking to connect with Beneda. Out in the far corner. Knights back with it. Pass on the near side. Dropped off. Right circle. Try to center it on. And the Knights will rally to get it there with DeZiel. DeZiel try to drop it off, and it's taken away there and chipped down the ice by Jelinek. Icing waved off. Swept away here by Logan Nielsen. Sends it up the ice. Icing waved off there once again. I think it's been the longest time without a face-off here in the second period. Turnover. As they'll charge back to the neutral zone. Nielsen goes back to get it. Nielsen off the far boards. Pass up the ice there to Balick. And we get an offside, I believe. This will come out just outside the Grafton-Park River zone. It'll be Balick to draw here. Balick wins the draw there for the Knights. As taken away Thomas Thompson, again, one of the 5 seniors playing in their final game at the Centennial Center. As Kason Panzer slides into the boards. Panzer back with it. Out to center ice. Finessed on by the Knights on a 2-on-1. Set up again. Off and on the left post there that time by Ryder Rivard. Taken away there by Ryder Burris. It's going to be a Ryder-to-Ryder goal that time. But they couldn't quite connect. Here's Burris. Burris still with it, right circle. Twirls back around. Sets it up just top of the slot. And saved there by Twomley and shipped down the ice. We're going to get another icing here. 11:06 to go here in the second period. Cooper DeZiel with a couple of goals tonight. Bensley, Balick, and Blake with the other 3. Left circle face-off coming. Troftgruber to take it there for the Spoilers. Trey Clausen to duel and win it for the Knights. They've won now 3 straight face-offs. Even the face-off market 4 apiece. That shot set in for the goal. It's 6-0 Central. It was putting it back there that time, Trey Clausen. This one coming at the 6:02 mark of the second period. Another even strength goal for Grand Forks Central, Trey Clausen. And 6-0 on that Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. Face off, 1 out by the Knights. And Grand Forks Central really starting to put it on here now. Clausen dropped off. Clausen got it back. Clausen out near side. Just top of the slot there, trying to get it to Clausen. Clausen sweeps it away. And swept back up. Shot. Saved for a moment there by Twomley. Shot sent in towards Twomley again. By the way, Ryland Spicer and Wyatt Blake on the assist for that goal. Making it, again, a 6-0 lead for the Knights. Spoilers get it back. Here's Larson. Larson chasing after there, the near corner. He shoved it to the boards that time by Nielsen. Larson trying to set it up for Troftgruber, just out of reach and taken away by the Knights on a 3-on-2. Out to the near side, couldn't time up the pass. Well, they send it back around there on the far side. Far corner, Jelinek. And gets it out to center. Back to the far side there for Boone Kanta. Now the far boards, chipped back in by the Spoilers. So the Knights bring it back. That'll be an icing. Oh, icing waved off that time. As the Knights get to it first. Far corner there for Trace Anderson. Turned over, shot deflected by Jelinek. Knights with another chance to set it up. Out of the point, Lockwood bounced off the boards to nobody. Well, missed assignment there for the Knights. Trying to get into the center of the slot. That's deflected. Out to the point, taken there by Kanta. Lockwood trying to chip it on. And another turnover. DeZiel. That's up above the glass that time. Suda. Back on it there. Fan to get it out. And he finally gets it out there to Anderson. Anderson just chips it down. A long shift there for the Spoilers as they go on the change. Up ahead. In the slot, poked away. Augie Miller gets it to center ice as well. And with 8:10 to go in the second period, Grand Forks Central looking to pitch the shutout tonight. Set up shot, saved by Twomley. Just there in time. As Thompson and the Spoilers once again try to get it out of their own end. Send it to Camden Risky on the far boards, chipped up into the air and taken out by Thompson. Here's Thomas Thompson on the charge now. Lost it on the handle as the Knights bring it back here. DeZiel dropped off to the point. Looking back for DeZiel. DeZiel bounced it off the goaltender. Blake. Wyatt Blake curls around with it. Fanned on the pass that time by Mac Blue. As the Knights once again get possession. Offside waved off. DeZiel all alone. Oh, that's beautiful. Cooper DeZiel all the way around the net. No chance at that for Twomley. It's a 7-0 lead for Grand Forks Central. This one coming at the 9:45 mark of the second period. Cooper DeZiel going to get his hat trick. See who picks up the assists on that one. As the face-off there is won by the Spoilers. Knights back with it for a moment. Marcus Moe on it for the Spoilers. In the far corner. And we get another goal. Again, DeZiel's goal from Blue and Walkenfuss. And it's now 8-0 Central. This one coming in at the 10:03 mark. So 2 goals separated by just 18 seconds. Even strength goal there for the Knights. 8-0. Spoilers win the face-off there. As we'll see who picks up that. Didn't quite see who got the 8th goal, as I was listening for the assists. It'll go to Ryder Burris. Kason Panzer on an assist. And Rivard on the assist as well. As a save there for Twomley. 6:26 to go here in the second period. Grand Forks Central, 4 goals in the first period. They've got 4 here in the second. And they're not letting the foot off the gas anytime soon. Their JV unit shut out the Grafton-Park River JV unit 16-0. So a 24-0 scoreline, JV varsity combined. Face-off won by the Knights this time, as they have dominated this second period. I don't know if Grafton-Park River has a shot on goal this period. Maybe one or two, but that shot sent in by Lockwood. It's been all Central Knights here, as they look primed to go to the third period with running clock. They won 11-2 back at Purper Arena earlier this year against the Spoilers. The Knights, your number 1 seed, look primed to go into another postseason run. As the Spoilers won the faceoff that time. Good hit delivered there by Torrin Beneda. As Beneda tried to line it up there that time. Jelinek back on top of it there for the Spoilers. Here's Beneda. Turnover. Knights get it back. Shot sent towards Twomley. It's covered up for the save. And by the way, here, kind of overhearing the great Sean Ford to my left. It's a 2-0 lead for Devils Lake over Fargo North. 2-0 lead. Goals, and it should be a final. Braxton Bowling and Logan Stokey. A couple of goals there for the Firebirds, and they look primed to try and get out of the playing rounds and send Cheyenne down there. We'll have much more after the second period. As a shot nearly an own goal. Knights trying to get back on top of it, and they do. Farboards trying to set it up near side for Conta. Farboards that time taken by Rylan Spicer and just kept in by the Knights. As the Spoilers try to get on it. Grand Forks Central gets it back, though. Clogged there by Rhett Lindell. As we under 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Grand Forks Central, 4 goals in the first period, 4 goals in the second. They're rolling towards the postseason once again. The most decorated high school hockey team in the state of North Dakota. Grand Forks Central Knights. We'll go into the East Region Tournament next week with another number 1 seed as they misconnect that time. And only 2 losses in the region this year, 2 Devils Lake in DL and 2 Red River at home. That shot saved by Twomley. As I would be willing to bet the Knights have had out of the about 13 minutes of this period, they've probably had possession about 11 and a half minutes of that. 10 minutes of that probably in the Grafton-Park River zone. They just live there so far in the second period. And that's just sent out to center ice. Resetting here, Logan Nielsen for the Knights off the changes. Nielsen nearly passed it to himself. And that's gloved down by Lindell. And turned back over to Mac Blue, another captain there for the Knights. Kuhn was on it for a moment. He takes a tumble. Back come the Knights. That's flipped up into the air. With 3:20 to go here in the second period. Shot sent wide. Back on the far side there for Kason Panzer. Panzer keeps it in. Shot sent wide. Near boards. Back towards Panzer. Shot sent towards DeZiel, and that'll be cleared down the ice by the Spoilers. Icing is waved off. Larson. Olsen sets it up. Troftgruben was there at the net but couldn't bury it. And now Thomas with a great defensive play. As the Spoilers have gotten sparked here in the second period. Troftgruben, Larson. I believe that's Moe on the puck right now. Trying to keep possession, sends it down the boards inadvertently. Thomas goes back to sweep it away here. Final 2:15 of the second period. No penalties here in this second period. As Moe save there by Burke. Marcus Moe will try to back it into the net. Again, no penalties. This will be our 14th face-off of the second period. We had 11 in the first period, as that one will give it to the Knights. Trying to set it up, and there's another for the Knights. It is a rider-to-rider this time. They're trying to connect earlier in the period, but they get it there. It was Ryder Burris with the goal that time for the Knights. Makes it 9-0. This one comes at the 15:03 mark of the second period. Again, Burris, I believe from Rivard, and maybe one other on the assist. Far side there, Drew Suda, shot up above. And Knights trying to get back on it. Beneda stuck aside there by Burke. Actually going to get that goal to Rivard. The assist to Burris. And Lockwood with the assist as well. So Rivard from Burris and Lockwood at the 15:03 mark of the second period. Another even strength goal makes it 9-0. Grand Forks Central. As that's nearly turned over there by the Knights. Final 64 seconds here of the second period. As that shot stuck aside there by Twomley. And the final 47 seconds here is Drew Suda. Far side. Shot sent wide by Trace Anderson. And shot just off the mark there on the near side. Would have made it 10-0. Knights still with a great opportunity to get their 10th on the board before the end of the period. Left circle. Now near side there for Clausen, who has a goal this period. And it was sent down there to Kirkaby. Kirkaby near side. Shot is just off the mark, and a wraparound not in time. That'll do it for the end of the second period on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard. It is Grand Forks Central 9, Grafton-Park River 0.
Growers, Prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Contact the installation place in Grafton for all your spray foam installation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the installation place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the installation place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
And as we get to the second period intermission here on YourLiveEvent.com on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard, it is Grand Forks Central 9, Grafton-Park River 0 as the Knights rolling towards the victory here with 1 period of play left to go. Grand Forks Central, they picked up where they left off. 5 goals in the second period, starting with Cooper DeZiel, second of the night at the 26-second mark of the second period. By the way, all the goals so far tonight, even strength for the Knights. Gavin Walkenfuss with the assist to make it 5-0 Knights. 6:02 mark of the second period. Goal for the Knights from Trey Clausen, assisted by Ryland Spicer and Wyatt Blake. Blake's second point, Spicer's second assist of the night, making it 6-0 Knights. 7th goal came at the 9:45 mark of the second. DeZiel got his hat trick. Walkenfuss on the assist, as well as Mac Blue, making it again 7-0. Then 18 seconds later at the 10:03 mark of the second, Ryder Burris picks up the goal, assisted by Kason Panzer and Ryder Rivard. And then the 9th goal came at the 15:03 mark of the second, an even strength goal for Rivard, assisted by Burris and Finn Lockwood. No penalties in the second period, and the face-offs were an even 7-7, so Grafton-Park River leads that category 13-12. Shots on goal, according to the booth, 5 for Grafton-Park River, and 24 for Grand Forks Central. Total shots on goal 45-9 in favor of Central. 36 saves tonight for Kason Twomley. It's an 80% save percentage, and 9-9 tonight for Rylan Burke. Again, our score on our Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Experts scoreboard, Grand Forks Central leading Grafton-Park River tonight 9-0. We will step away here for a little bit, and we will bring you some scores and some other updates coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Second period intermission on yourliveevent.com. James Martins, Caitlin Benavides on the camera here this evening. As again, our score on the Chad's Excavating Field Train Tile Expert scoreboard, it is 9-0. Grand Forks Central with the lead here over Grafton-Park River. Other score updates here for you. Again, it is a final from Devil's Lake. The Firebirds win it 2-0. Over Fargo North. Again, third period goals, Braxton Bowling on the power play and Logan Stokey as well. 17 seconds before the end of the contest. Both even strength goals, making that 2-0 final score. Big win for Devil's Lake. We'll factor that into the standings here in just a little bit. Taking a check at some of the other scores. The Bismarck battle, no report still yet from Bismarck High, Bismarck Century. Dickinson, Hayes, and Beulah, no report yet on that. Mandan, Jamestown, it's a 1-1 tie between the Braves and the Blue Jays. 38 seconds in, Jackson Drankson from Mandan with the goal. And then about 4.5 minutes later, Jackson Maddock evens things up for the Blue Jays to make it a 1-1 tie again between the Braves and the Blue Jays. Williston and Minot, it's 5-0 Magi lead. Mac Morelli scored the first 3 goals of the game. Got another one in the first period. He's the runaway player of the year in the state of North Dakota. The Magi with the 5-0 lead over the Coyotes, as the Magi clinching the number 1 seed there out west. South Shanley, Red River, 2-0 Red River with the lead here. Goals from Dallas Jackson and Griffin Hoganson in the first period. As the Riders are locked into that 4th place spot in the standings. They did have a shot, the Riders would lock the 2nd seed. Riders would lock the 2nd seed if they hold on to win over South Shanley in that one. And the West Fargo battle tonight, big one between the Packers and the Mustangs. Big lead for the Mustangs. They're getting outshot 14-4, but they have both goals. Charlie Istabo and Madden Weber were the goals there for the Mustangs, trying to get a win to stay ahead of Devil's Lake, who definitely wants to get out of the play-in rounds. Cheyenne with the 2-0 lead over West Fargo. So here's how the standings would factor in. If all results that are current hold, Central, of course, your number 1 team, Red River, locked as number 2. West Fargo and Davies would be 3 and 4. Those would be locked. West Fargo Cheyenne would be 1 point behind North for 5th place, as their regular seasons would come to an end. So they would stay in 6th place. Devil's Lake would still be able to get out of the play-in rounds if they win against South Shanley, even if Cheyenne wins, as Cheyenne only has a 2-point lead right now over Devils Lake. Actually, it's technically a 1-point lead as Devils Lake is final there with the 18 points. South Shanley right now looks like they're going to be the 8th seed with 14 points. And Grafton-Park River, again, we know they're the 9. Mayport area is the 10 here today. So, again, from the looks of it, if results hold, if the season ended today, Mayport area would go to Devils Lake, Grafton-Park River would go to South Shanley, and the top 6 would be Central, Red River, West Fargo, Davies, North, and Cheyenne. But again, still some hockey left to be played. YourLiveEvent.com. Let's check in Grafton-Thompson girls basketball. That one, I believe, is it's in the third quarter. Thompson opening up a 41-30 lead right now over the Spoilers. Thompson girls basketball with the lead there. Other scores, Holly girls basketball winning big over Frazee. There was like an 81-53 final. Hillsborough Central Valley is about to close in on a senior night win. They'd get to 9-10 on the year. They lead 48-39. Just got fouled with 9.5 seconds left. No chance there for Richland to mount a 9-point comeback in that time. Hillsborough Central Valley girls basketball going to get the win tonight. Northern Cass, Midway Minto, boys basketball. That one should be getting close to a final. It is a final. Midway Minto comes back to win, 52-49. Midway Minto with the win over Northern Cass. International Falls Warroad, girls basketball. Believe let's come back to that one. Let's see here. Monaga Holly, boys basketball action. 21-13, Holly with the lead, 8.5 to go in the first half. And Kitts County Central Warroad, boys basketball, it's a 56-42 lead for KCC over Warroad in that one. So that's a look at the scores here on our Your Live Event Network. Again, to the end of the second period of play. Oh, and excuse me. Second time the camera this time is just falling down. You see the score booth there. There you go. There's the ice. That's what we want to see here at Centennial Center. A 9-0 lead for Grand Forks Central, leading Grafton-Park River at the end of the third period, or end of the second period, rather, going into the third. Third period, running clock comes right next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton for all your spray foam insulation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the Insulation Place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Your home for North Dakota postseason wrestling is yourliveevent.com. Tune in to our coverage of the East Region Individual Girls Wrestling Tournament and the Class B East Region Individual Boys Wrestling Tournament on yourliveevent.com. Our coverage begins on Friday, February 14th from Castleton for the Girls East Region Individual Tournament, followed by the Class B East Region Boys Individual Wrestling Tournament in Grafton on Saturday, February 15th on yourliveevent.com.
Apologies on that one. Kind of got off to an early start here. A 10-0 lead. As Gavin Watkins puts it in the back of the net. Zeal with the assist there. I believe Blue on the assist as well. So a 10-0 lead now for Grand Forks Central. As again, we'll have running clock for the remainder of the contest. Intercepted there by Torrin Beneda. Beneda brings it up the ice on the far side. And it's sent back here behind the crease. Set up there near side. Left circle. Poked away there momentarily by Jelinek. Back out to the point. Shot sent wide. Near side there for Augie Miller. Jelinek. Right circle. Save. Knights still with it. As it's out to center ice. They got to regroup here. 14.5 to go in this one. Grand Forks Central Knights will end their regular season with a win. Barring an unbelievable comeback here for Grafton-Park River. Finessed on, near side, shot into the glove of Kason Twomley. Again, we'll have our post-game report coming up after this one. We'll check scores and standings and wrap up our 24-25 year here at Centennial Center. One win in the 10 games. That was against Mayport area. The other 2 wins for the Spoilers this season were on the road at Mayport area, at Broughton Arena in Mayville. Or I should say in Mayville, Portland. And at Botno Rugby. The other wins today are this season for Grafton-Park River. Carson Thomas for the Spoilers. Going to get it up there to center ice. Intercepted back by the Knights. And that'll be gloved down by Twomley. And we'll have our final Enbridge Energy Player of the Game for our hockey schedule here in North Dakota. In the post game, we'll take a look at our final Legacy Precision Egg play of the game. And again, post game interviews. And final thoughts. So join us there on the post game. Post game number 10 coming up after this one on yourliveevent.com. Again, 10 games we had this year at Centennial Center. And certainly a nice touch, nice addition to our offerings on your live event. Out of the corner, Soren Olsen. Thomas. Kuhn. Lofts it up way up high. And that kind of worked. Got a connection there with Drake Geary. As the Knights bring it back with DeZiel, already with a hat trick tonight. DeZiel sliding in there, held up there by the Spoilers. Turnover, back to the points, and Troffgruben gets a hold of that one. Noah Troffgruben trying to center it up. Lockwood is there to cover. The glove still on the ice. I believe that's Boone Kanta. To go grab his glove, and he does just that. In the slot, Konta. Kick there by Mo. Up ahead to Trofgruben, a one-on goalie for Trofgruben. Goal! Won't be a shutout tonight as Noah Trofgruben puts it in the back of the net for the Spoilers. As this one comes at around the 5.5-minute mark of the third period. Noah Trofgruben for the Spoilers. And the Spoilers, who I don't believe have been shut out this entire season, they do score. Larson with the assist. So Trofgruben from Larson. It's now 10-1. And again, the Grafton-Park River Spoilers, they avoid the shutout here. As they have not been shut out this season. They scored just one goal against South Shanley, Cheyenne, Davies, Red Lake Falls, Devils Lake, Cheyenne again, and now right now against Grand Forks Central. They also have not delivered a shutout. They gave up 2 goals against Botno Rugby, 3 against Mayport area in the wins there. Knights back on it there. Far boards, final 10 minutes here. Carson Thomas and the Spoilers trying to at least do better than they did the last time against the Knights score-wise. Last time it was an 11-2 final. We're trying to get another goal here, make it 10-2. As we get an icing call here. This one will be coming back into the, I thought for a second Central had cleared their net. Turned away, turned back. There was nobody in the net there as Burke skated around a little bit. And we'll go on the Central end there, 9:24 and counting here in this one. Face off 1 to the Knights. Near boards here. Taken up by Kirkaby. Dropped off, shot sent wide. As scooped up there by Hildy. In the slot, save, rebound chance. Doesn't get past Twomley that time. About halfway through this third and final period of the regular season. Butterfly and Twomley, that one goes through. I believe Hildy's going to get the goal there. 11-1 in favor of Grand Forks Central. As around the 8:15 mark of the third period, believe again Hildy will get the goal for Grand Forks Central. They've outscored the JV and the varsity. They've outscored the Spoilers tonight, 27-1. Ryland Spicer gets the assist on the goal, and again it's 11-1, Grand Forks Central. Again, Central would be your 1 seed if results hold in all competition tonight. And again, if Devils Lake defeats South Shanley on Thursday, then Central would take on the winner of South Shanley Grafton-Park River into the quarterfinal round coming up in the East Region tournament next week. So these two teams, they might see each other again. They could very well see each other again before the end of the winter. Curled on the blue line there by the Knights. As that's sent down for an icing. 7:20 and counting here in regulation. In Central, they will finish with a 14-2 record in the region. 42 points out of a possible 48 points this season. And 15-5 overall this year for the Grand Forks Central Knights. And again, Grafton-Park River, they'll fall with this one to 0-14, 0-1 in the region. And 3-17, 0-1 overall. An overtime loss, by the way, to West Fargo, who, again, top 3 team in the East region. So, again, this Grafton-Park River side, they have shown that they can compete. They've at least had close games with everybody in the region except for this Grand Forks Central Knights squad, giving up double-digit deficits in both contests. But, again, you look at the schedule here, and, I mean, they were in a lot of these games against a lot of these teams. Devils Lake, first time around, they only lost them by 2. And it was closer in Devils Lake, only lost them by 1. Second time around against South Shanley, they only lost by 3. West Fargo, again, that overtime loss. Cheyenne, second time around, lost by 4. They at least had a chance at that game. Fargo Davies, second time around, they lost by 3. North, they were within a goal. Red River, they were within 3 goals. As Central buries another one here. So, again, Grafton-Park River, they can certainly hang with almost every team here in the East region. Just haven't found a way to get a win yet. As another goal scored there. We'll get the announcement here on who got that one. But, again, a 12-1 lead for Grand Forks Central. As the Knights continue to march on towards the postseason. Mac Blue on the goal. Panzer and Nielsen on the assist there for the Knights. Final 450 of the regular season. And Ozaki Miller to take the face-off there for the Spoilers. Out to the corner. Far side, up the boards. Dropped off, shot. Saved, I believe, by Twomley. And getting that one there is Camden Risky. Around the boards here for Jelinek. So again, the Spoilers, you hate to sometimes look at minor victories, silver linings, however you like to call it. But again, the Spoilers, they were not shut out this season. They were in the games, at least for a time, with everybody in the East region, save the Grand Forks Central Knights. And they certainly have improved from the start of the year, start of the regular season to the finish of the regular season. And who knows what can happen come tournament time. The final 3.5 here of the third period. Face-off coming outside of the Grafton-Park River end. It's won there by the Knights. Taken in by Panzer. Everybody's had a nice night tonight. Lots of contributors for Grand Forks Central. In the far corner there. Shot sent up. Looking at the center circle. Far side there for Vodova. Olsen had it. Now Jonas Kuhn, the senior from Cavalier. Stick goes flying into the air. Glove down, set aside there by Twomley. Vodova looking for Soren Olsen, finds him there. Taken back there by the Knights. And Lockwood. Lockwood up above the slot. Into the corner now, taken by Ryland Spicer. Back to Panzer. Kuhn just tries to kick it on to himself when he does. As taking it up there is Geary. On a couple minutes here. Top line back out there, likely for the final time in the regular season. Carson Thomas and Jelinek on defense. Larson, Moe, and Trofgruben on the offense. Here's Jelinek. Looking for Troftgruben, the lone goal scorer tonight for the Spoilers. Larson trying to set it up. It's intercepted. Taken away, taken up the ice there that time. Thomas follows Henning Gibbs into the zone, into the corner. Final 90 seconds. Larson trying to hook up there with Troftgruben. Knights take it back. In the corner. Taken there by Jacob Spicer. Far corner collected there by Thomas. Swatting at the boards there that time. Out to the points. And Thomas jousted that one. Final 63 seconds here in the corner. Sneaks out there to Moe. Near side there for Troftgruben off of Moe. As massive hit there. Oh boy. As Conta got crunched. Final 40 seconds here in the regular season for both these teams. The Central Knights once again showing why they are the most decorated team in North Dakota high school hockey history. As they put up 12 on the Spoilers. Swallowed up by Twombly, nearly 13 there at the end. Final 15 seconds. At the point. Shot set wide. As that will pretty much do it. The final score in the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Expert scoreboard. Grand Forks Central gets the win over Grafton-Park River 12-1. Post-game stats and analysis coming your way on yourliveevent.com. Next.
Hi, I'm Diana, and I work at Marvin. Working in manufacturing, not a lot of sitting, so it just makes your day go by faster. Belonging to Marvin makes me feel stable. 25 years. My kids were little when I started here in Grafton. Now I have a daughter that works here. She was one of the ones that pushed me to become the lead, pushed me to be the person that I am now. And I just see myself retiring here. If you're looking for an awesome place to work, come join me at Marvin.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton for all your spray foam insulation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the Insulation Place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Taken outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
It's final on yourliveevent.com as some spoilers gather on the ice to embrace for what will be the final time in the 24-25 season. Augie Miller, Marcus Moe, David Jelinek, and Nate Audilette all on the ice there. As again, the final score in the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Expert Scoreboard, Central 12, Grafton-Park River 1. The spoilers, they do avoid the shutout. Noah Trofgruben's goal about the 5.5 mark of the third period. James Larson with the assists made it at that point 10-1. But the other 12 goals, again, belonging to Central. Second period is really where they dominated. 4 goals in the first period there for the Knights. Goals scored by Wyatt Blake, Cooper DeZiel, as well as Donovan Balick and Mason Bensley. All scoring goals there for the Knights to make it a 4-0 lead after one. Knights scored 5 more. DeZiel picked up a couple for a hat trick. Trey Clausen with a goal. Ryder Burris with a goal. And Ryder Rivard with a goal as well. Make it 9-0 at the end of the second period in favor of Grand Forks Central. Knights put on another one on the board. Again, the goal to make it 10-0, Gavin Walkenfuss. And then the Knights put in 2 more, Hunter Hildy and Mac Blue scoring for the Knights to get the 12-1 victory. We had just 2 penalties in the game, both in the first period. 2-minute minor at the 6:57 mark of the first for holding Ryder Vodova for Grafton-Park River. And a 2-minute minor for interference towards the end of the first period, called at the 15:11 mark. Hunter Hildy was called for that one. Both killed off by their respective defenses, and so all the goals tonight were even strength. Shots on goal, according to the booth, the final tally, 56 for Grand Forks Central, 13 for Grafton-Park River. They outshot the Knights outshot the Spoilers by more than 4 times. 44-56 on the saves tonight for Kason Twomley, 79%. 12 of 13 tonight for Ryland Burke in the net there for the Knights, 92% save percentage. Stopped counting the faceoffs there at the third period, but through 2, it was a 13-12 advantage for Grafton-Park River. Again, with the win, Grand Forks Central, they move on this season in the region. They go to 14-2. And overall, 16-5. They finished their regular season. Grafton-Park River falls to 14-0-1 in the region and 3-17-0-1 overall. Quick stats and storyline there for the contest. Again, the Knights led it from the 2-minute 30-second mark on. Did not trail the rest of the game, really. Again, the second period, they just dominated. They lived practically in the Grafton-Park River zone. But again, it got handed to the boys, to the Spoiler boys. They were able to put a goal on the board. They did not get shut out at any point this season. They didn't quite get a shutout either, but they were close, and they hung with a lot of the teams this season in the East region, either one game or both games. So some bright spots ahead, as looks like it'll be Grafton-Park River and South Shanley in a play-in game on Saturday. Speaking of South Shanley, we'll take a check of the Bruins and some of the other scores coming up on our postgame here. Again, our final, the Chad's Excavating scoreboard. Grand Forks Central 12, Grafton-Park River 1.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton for all your spray foam installation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the Insulation Place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Your home for North Dakota postseason wrestling is YourLiveEvent.com. Tune in to our coverage of the East Region Individual Girls Wrestling Tournament and the Class B East Region Individual Boys Wrestling Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com. Our coverage begins on Friday, February 14th from Castleton for the Girls East Region Individual Tournament, followed by the Class B East Region Boys Individual Wrestling Tournament in Grafton on Saturday, February 15th on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, I'm Diana, and I work at Marvin. Working in manufacturing, not a lot of sitting, so it just makes your day go by faster. Belonging to Marvin makes me feel stable. 25 years. My kids were little when I started here in Grafton. Now I have a daughter that works here. She was one of the ones that pushed me to become the lead, pushed me to be the person that I am now. And I just see myself retiring here. If you're looking for an awesome place to work, come join me at Marvin.
It's a final here on YourLiveEvent.com. 2-0 was the final there, Devils Lake and North. As we're talking with Coach Joy Demers from Grafton-Park River. Of course, that's the big scoreline because Devils Lake clinches at the very least a 7 seed. Could move up into the top 6, depending on how Cheyenne and West Fargo does tonight. But Coach, we'll get to your playoff contest just a little bit, but let's wrap up the regular season here. A 12-1 setback against Central tonight. Obviously, you know it was going to be a tough contest. Central is the most decorated high school hockey program in the state of North Dakota history. But your thoughts on what you take away positively from this contest?
Yeah, it's hard to find a lot of positives tonight. It was just disappointing. We didn't really compete and kind of allowed Central to do what they want, and so definitely disappointing. Positive is your season's not over, so new season starts on Saturday, so I think you hit the reset here and kind of get refocused and locked back in here, and now that tournament time, you got to make sure you're playing your best, or else you're done for the year, going home. So the nice thing is season's not done, and we have something to look forward to.
Again, the season postseason starts on Saturday. Looks like you're going to take on South Shanley. The second time around, especially, was close. The first time was close as well until the third period. So I have a feeling you guys might be the team that says, "Hey, you can't beat us 3 times in a season."
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I thought, when we played at their place, we had first and second period were pretty good periods of hockey for us, and then the third period we just kind of teetered out and then when they came here, I thought it was, a good 3 periods of hockey. I think they had an empty netter too late in that one, but so we've played them tough for the most part, and but obviously they got some skill, and we know it's going to be a test.
Let's kind of talk about the season as a whole. Again, sometimes you don't like to talk about silver linings, moral victories, especially after a 12-1 setback. But you didn't get shut out tonight. You didn't get shut out at all this season. And I feel like, other than these Central Knights, you were hanging with each and every other team in the East region at least one of the 2 games, and had chances to take control the game, if not win the game, in at least one of those 2 games, and even the game against Red River. You only had 1 shot against them this season.
Yeah, right. No, I definitely agree. I feel like we've talked about it before. If we're competing and working hard, we've shown that we can compete with a lot of teams in the state. So that's a positive, for us. And yeah, I feel like our game just got so much better here as the year goes on. Obviously, you run into a team like Grand Forks Central. I mean, you're going to get tested. They're such a highly skilled team, and smart players. And but other than that, yeah, I thought we were able to compete with a lot of the other teams around the state. So yeah, I think that's something that we're kind of looking forward to, is knowing that from here on out we got a chance, right? That's all you need is a chance, and when you hit the playoffs, right, anything can happen. So like I said, we're going to come back tomorrow and have a good day of practice here, and good next few days of practice here, and make sure we're ready to go for Saturday.
And let's take a look here again. Tonight was the last night for these seniors as they step off the ice at Centennial Center one final time. Let's go through the senior class here, starting with your senior forward, Jameson Arovic.
Yeah, Jameson, he just a great kid. I mean, very coachable and just really liked in that locker room. And, us coaches have nothing but respect for Herm. We call him Herm. And so yeah, he's just been a real treat to coach, and we've just enjoyed every second with him, and he just keeps things light and has a lot of fun with it. So I'm definitely going to miss him.
Guy with maybe the most intensity in a good way, especially if he can reel that in your defender, Thomas Thompson.
Yeah, Thomas isn't afraid to get his nose dirty, that's for sure. He likes to hit, and so that's been good to see. His physical style really is kind of his game. I mean, that's basically, what kind of fuels him to, play at his best. So, yeah, definitely Thomas brings that element to our team that we probably don't really have, is that physicality, that physical type player. So, yeah, Thomas has been great. He played a little forward for us tonight, so he bounced him a little back and forth from D to forward. So, just does what he's asked and gives 100% every time he's on the ice.
Guy that maybe didn't get as many minutes coming in one of the later lines, but a guy that always brought some good effort, Rhett Lindell.
Yeah, Rhett's he's a worker. He's another just a great kid, and assistant captain, voted on by his teammates. So again, just highly respected in our locker room. And yeah, he's just a worker, and kind of same thing with Rhett. He play a little defense, play some forward, just kind of wherever you need him. And he's going to go out there and work hard for you. So yeah, it's just been a real treat to coach Rhett.
The lone Cavalier Tornado in Jonas Kuhn got some really good moments there, mostly on the third line this season, but kind of bounced around between that second and third line.
Yeah, and I give Jonas a lot of credit. Driving from Cavalier every single day for practice or for games, that's a grind, and that's not easy for anybody to do. And so, I just really admire him for doing that, and coming to play for us and committing himself here. So another great kid, Jonas. He's very smart. He's gonna go to some big time college, and he's gonna get a nice high paying job after all this high school stuff's done. So yeah, just another bright kid.
And I believe last but certainly not least, your senior forward didn't see a lot of time on the ice, Nate Adelet, but I know a guy that contributed well for your team.
Yeah, same thing. Like, guys really like him. You know, he's a good guy in the locker room. And, you know, Nate came from California. He didn't really play ice hockey much there. And so when we got him a few years ago, it was kind of starting from scratch with him. And he's come such a long way. His skating's improved so much. And so, yeah, it's been just kind of nice to see his progression here as the years gone on. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's been a fun senior class. We've had a lot of great moments with them, and you know, they've kept things light, loose in the locker room and stuff. So yeah, it's a group we're gonna miss.
Joey, as this is the final time we'll be up here at Centennial Center this year. Final time we'll have North Dakota High School hockey on your live event. Anything else you want to mention from this season from Grafton-Park River?
Yeah, well, we just appreciate you, James, and your live event for coming here and covering all our home games. We've just had tremendous feedback on what you guys have done, and, you know, just kind of highlighting a lot of our players throughout the year. So it just means a lot to the kids, you know, being able to promote high school athletes. I think it's just outstanding. So we definitely really just appreciate all the work you've put in to make this, you know, just an outstanding broadcast. So thanks again to you guys, and I appreciate our conversations throughout the year, and so yeah, thanks a lot, James.
Absolutely, we appreciate the opportunity to get another opportunity to show off some high school athletes, some guys that are much better than me on the ice, maybe even a little bit better than you skated around there on the ice. That's Joey DeMers, head coach for Grafton-Park River Boys Hockey, joining us here on the post game. Again, Joey, thanks for the time. Best of luck against I believe it will be South Shanley and whoever else you may face in the postseason. We hope it's a nice run.
Thanks, James.
And we'll be back with more postgame next.
Polar Communications. Innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton for all your spray foam insulation needs. Spray foam insulation expands to fill cracks and corners of attics, roofs, and walls, which seals conditioned air in and keeps unconditioned air out. Did you know that spray foam also lowers your energy bills, increases structural strength, and adds sound abatement? Contact the Insulation Place in Grafton at 701-352-3233. It's the Insulation Place in Grafton, your home for all your spray foam and roofing needs.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
On our post-game coaches conversations here on YourLiveEvent.com, chatting with Grant Paranica, the head coach for Grand Forks Central, and coach, another outstanding regular season. Come away with the number 1 seed once again, and you take care of business tonight against Grafton-Park River, a team that, of course, wanted to play loose, wanted to play for a win, but your team took care of business well tonight.
Yeah, I thought we came out a little soft, but, we kind of got better as the game went along, and we made plays when we had to, kind of kept ourselves out of trouble and didn't, give too many giveaways in our own zone or anything like that. So overall, a good performance, I think, on our part, other than the slow start. I didn't think we were quite ready to play. And then once we got in the groove, we were fine.
Just a handful of losses this season, a few to some Minnesota schools, of course. We know about Warroad, we know about East Grand Forks, Bemidji, great talents there. And then a loss to your rival Red River this season, which probably maybe didn't sit well in the locker room that night. But a loss as well to Devil's Lake, a team that maybe kind of shocked you a little bit. Your thoughts on maybe learning some about the losses as opposed to the wins this season?
Well, I think we learned a lot about ourselves in the losses, and I think that's always – Maybe a more of a learning experience than the wins are, that's for sure. So, our Devil's Lake loss, I mean, that's a good hockey team. I think people underestimate them a little bit. They're backed by a great goaltender, and they got some kids up front who work hard and play well too. So, I think they're going to give people trouble, and they certainly did for us both times we played them. So it's a team you got to be ready for when you play. I mean, I think maybe the last several years, people kind of took Devil's Lake for granted, and I don't think you can do that anymore.
I think, maybe the average person will think, it's hockey in North Dakota, Grand Forks Central, or Grand Forks Red River, or maybe a Bismarck or Minot once in a while is going to win it. But I feel like just looking at the teams this year, and give Devil's Lake credit, it's almost as competitive as it has been in a long time in the East.
For sure, yeah. Well, I think it is too. I mean, I even look at our games, and some of the scores weren't indicative of the game. Like, a 6-1 game against or a 7-1 game against Cheyenne, like that was a 2-1 game going into the third period, right? Like, and I think there's a lot of that going on. There's some really tight games, all the way from 1 down through 9. Even Grafton has played some teams at 2-goal games. I looked at them recently. Looked at their kind of schedule recently, and they've played teams tough, right? So I really think at this time of year, it is anybody's game, and you got to be ready to play each night, and that's a good thing for all the kids of the state, right? Like, not just for us, but for every team. It elevates the play level, and if teams aren't ready, they can get pinched. So it's good all around.
You talk about elevating the play, of not just your team, but I feel like the entire state of North Dakota. Of course, UND has been a strong helper in that, but I feel like hockey in North Dakota has just exponentially gotten better and better as the years gone on.
Yeah, I really feel like we have come along, and there's more kids playing. There's there's more teams in the state, right? Like you had Cheyenne added several years back, and then they're looking at Horace. Legacy was just added. The more kids you get playing, the better opportunities there are, to have good players, right? Like it's just a numbers deal, and I think that's good for the whole state. It has improved. I look at our team. We take the top kids in the state down to the National Invite Tournament, and we've been real competitive the past several years, and we're getting more competitive. And there's kids that don't make that team that I feel are on any given day maybe could make that team. So our depth is growing for sure, and it's good things for North Dakota. We're playing with our playing partners at the youth leagues in Minnesota, and they've been really good for us at our high performance programs, and all that kind of has helped to improve hockey in our area and in our state.
Grant, anything else you want to mention here about Grand Forks Central hockey in your 24-25 regular season?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that was one of our goals, is to try and win the regular season and take that number 1 seed going into the postseason play, and we accomplished that. I think we've done a lot better job in the past 6 games of keeping our goals against down, there was a period of time that slipped away, and we were giving up 4 goals a game. And I think being more responsible in our own zone really helped us. And the thing about it is that's all fine and dandy, but you get the postseason play, right, and everybody's in and everybody gets another chance. Well, just there's a couple play-in games, but it all resets at once. So the thing I think we want is to be playing our best at this time of year, and I think that's what just about every team would want. Whether we won this game or lost, it really didn't make a difference in the standings. We had the number 1 seed, but to be playing well is probably the most important thing, and I felt like we finished strong tonight.
Grant Parenica, head coach for Grand Forks Central, joining us here on our post game. Again, the final score 12-1, Central over Grafton-Park River. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck to you and the Knights in the postseason.
Thanks. I appreciate you having me on.
And we'll be back with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game next.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Coming back here on YourLiveEvent.com, we're joined now by our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game at Enbridge Life Takes Energy. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Move the mic here so we can see our Player of the Game there in Cooper DeZiel and of Grand Forks Central. Cooper, congratulations on a great regular season. You've been helping lead the team there in scoring, in goals, and just an energy factor. What is it about being a part of Grand Forks Central hockey that makes things so special?
Oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, just a tradition and everything. I mean, it goes way back, and you see all the other boys and how far they've all gone. And it just makes you want to, kind of gives you a little burst, makes you want to do what they did.
Obviously, when you play for a historic program like Central, it can be challenging at times to stay focused and to kind of keep your head on the ice and not overlook. Okay, we're Grand Forks Central. We're going to the state tournament. You got to take it one game at a time, right?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of what our coach been telling us all year. Don't get over our heads. I mean, obviously you face adversity, but it's what you're willing to do against it.
Now, did you come from a hockey family, or is this just kind of something you saw Central, maybe being a Grand Forks kid? Kind of take me through your story, your hockey story.
So I grew up playing hockey, obviously, my whole life, but my dad wasn't really into hockey. My brother played some hockey, but then he turned into a big football guy, but that's about it. I'm pretty much the only hockey player in my family.
So obviously, being so close to UND, I imagine that you've seen a lot of games in your time. Give me some of your favorite players, either locally or nationally, kind of the players that you aspire to be like.
I'm probably going to have to go with Mackinsell. Brainy is definitely my favorite player currently.
And you told me before the interview you're kind of weighing your options there, depending upon how the season goes. And, of course, hockey is a sport where, you can go play professionally around Canada, a lot of the junior leagues, and maybe even further up. Without, I guess, telling us too much of your story, give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a hard decision. Obviously, you want to go somewhere, but at the same time, it's hard leaving where you grew up.
And give me something about your training, your pregame routine, kind of something that you need to do every game to help you stay focused.
Yeah, so I usually get on the bus and watch Slapshot with my bus buddy Jake. But yeah, I think when I get to the rink, I just put my headphones on and kind of get in that zone. Kind of gets me locked in.
Favorite goal you've had so far in your high school career?
Oof, I'm going to have to go back to last year. Overtime winner against North to send us to state.
Absolutely. Those kinds of memories you never forget. Cooper DeZiel, our Ambridge Energy Player of the Game, a hat trick here tonight against the Spoilers. Cooper, best of luck on this season, and who knows, we may be seeing you somewhere down the line in another jersey at another level. So.
Yep, thank you.
And again, it's our Ambridge Energy Player of the Game, and Ambridge Life takes energy. Ambridge.com for career opportunities. We'll come back to wrap up our postgame next.
The Grafton Spoiler Boosters would like to thank everyone in and around the community for their support. Thanks to your continued support and generosity, in the last 3 years, the Grafton Spoiler Boosters have been able to give back over $100,000 to student athletics and activities. Without your support of the Grafton Spoiler Boosters, this would not be possible. Thank you again, and go Spoilers! This message from the Grafton Spoiler Boosters.
Again, here coming on back on yourliveevent.com. James Martin saying it out with you as we close things out here at Centennial Center with our Agassi Precision Ag Precision Play of the Game. Agassi Precision Ag, your precision planting dealers. The website is PlanterDoc, PlanterDoc.com. And we just spoke with Cooper DeZiel, the junior there from Central, and he had our Agassi Precision Ag Precision Play of the Game, a goal that just wrapped all the way around the net. Always cool when you can touch the entire surface area of the net in your goal there, as that was part of his hat trick performance tonight. All kinds of great plays for Central. They just played well. They played together. Good team hockey, and they really established themselves, especially in that second period, just kind of dominating that second period to help them get to the big win. Again, that Cooper DeZiel goal, our Agassi Precision Ag Precision Play of the Game, PlanterDoc, PlanterDoc.com. I want to thank all of our sponsors, especially all of our Grafton-Park River hockey sponsors, for helping us get this opportunity to bring Grafton-Park River hockey to you all 24-25 season long on your live event. Again, this is our final regular season broadcast. No broadcast for the postseason on your live event for boys hockey in the state of North Dakota at the very least. But we want to thank Joey Demers, of course, head coach for Grafton-Park River, for all of our pregame conversations. Want to thank our coaches that came up in the postgame for chatting with us about their respective programs, especially tonight, Grant Paranica from Grand Forks Central. I want to thank all of our players that have come up and chatted with us on our Ambridge Energy Player of the Game. Want to thank all of them. Want to thank John Kempstead and everybody here at Grafton for setting us up in the very beginning and continuing to set us up. Want to thank all of our great camera operators, especially to Caitlin Benavides, who did the majority of our games here this year and showed great work there behind the camera. And to our other camera operators, we say thank you, because without you, we could not have the broadcast that we have. That'll about wrap things up here from Centennial Center for the final time of the 24-25 season on the Chad's Excavating Field Drain Tile Expert scoreboard. 12 for Grand Forks Central, 1 for Grafton-Park River. From all of us here at yourliveevent.com, again for Caitlin Benavides on the camera this evening, this is James Martin saying, hockey fans all across the state of North Dakota, show some pride. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening.